Okay, welcome back again everyone. Today's little project is to build or make up a new holder for my GPS to go on a motorbike. Originally, this was a prototype. I 3D printed one and it works alright, except for when you leave it out in the hot sun. It sort of becomes a bit soft and melty, and the GPS will start here where you can read it, and then later on it'll be down here somewhere. It just comes loose all the time. So what I've got is this clamp here. Come with some spotlights I had, which I've got on the bike as well, but I bought some extra brackets in case I drop the bike and break the brackets. So these brackets here, I'm going to use that to hold the GPS. I'll sit on there, something like that. So what I'm going to come up with, or what I'm going to try and do, is make up some nylon ones of these. These are rubber, but they're just not quite big enough to hold the bar that this thing sits on is 16 mil diameter, the bar that goes through here, and this is about 18 or 19. That's not going to hold it. So what I'm going to do is use this piece of nylon and machine up a couple of these, just make them out of some nylon. So that's the project for today. Right, we'll head over to the lathe and we'll machine some up. Alright, so we'll set this up in the chuck. We'll just make sure we have it sticking out enough. Alright, so it needs to be 25 mil long. So as long as that's sticking out more than 25, we should be right. Alright, so the OD we need, we'll find out what that is. Get this bit. It's 31 mil. We also need this lip. So this bit here's got a bit of a lip on it. So we'll do that size first. So 35 millimeters. Alright. So here we go. So we've got 2 millimeters to come off that. Okay. It's 35. And this little step or shoulder, there's a shoulder on each side. It's 1.5 mil thick. Right. Let's change tools over. Just going to use a parting tool for this bit. I can cut the shoulder in. Okay, to get it over 1.5 mil, I'll just use my ruler on the front face of the job, and I'll wind the tool over till it touches my ruler, and then I can zero the DRO. That's about it there. Zero the DRO and move it over 1.5 mil. Alright, let's go back a bit. Okay, that's 1.5 mil. Just put a mark on that. Okay, a bit of luck. That should fit. Okay, that fits good. I'll just clean up some of this daggy stuff that's on here. Little file will fix that. That bore that's in there is not concentric to the outside here, as you can see when I spin it. So what I have to do is just bore that out, just so it sort of trues it up a bit, then I can run a drill through it and then bore it out bigger to the right diameter. So I just need to clean that up, get it running true first. Okay, they should be running true enough to run a drill through there. Let's get that set up. Okay, I'll just run a 14mm drill through it. Right, 16mm bore we need. Got about 1/2 millimetre to come out. Okay. Okay, that should be our finished size. Get some of that stuff out of there. Okay, that's 16 millimetres right on the money. Alright, next part is I'll set it up, set up the parting off tool, and we'll part it off the right length. Okay, I'll give that a bit of a clean up, and then we'll do the next part is just cutting it in half somehow. Alright, I'll clean it up and then I'll come back. Alright, so what I'm going to do, to cut this in half, I'll just use a hacksaw. I'll just stick it in the vise and cut it with a hacksaw. Now to make those lines exactly in half, I just clamped it in the actual thing it's going in, and I just scribed a line on it on both sides. So what I'll do when I put it in the vise, just make sure the jaws on the vise come up and be level with that, and I'll just cut along the top of the vise. I probably could have set it up in the milling machine, used a slit saw and all that kind of stuff, but by the time you set all that up, it just wouldn't be worth the effort. Alright, there we go. Right, the next part we need to do is I need to drill and tap a 5mm hole in there and there. That gives me this bracket that goes on here. This is what holds the GPS, it's adjustable. So this bolts in there that way. So if I drill 2 holes there and drill and tap 5mm, that'll give me a bit of adjustment on it. So I'll set that up in the mill drill and I'll do that. Alright, we'll set this up in the vise. Yeah, so we've drilled 2 holes, one here and one on this side. That'll give me 2 adjustment spots. So what I'll do, I'll just line it flush with the top of the vise. Right. Now let's do it by eye. Pretty close. Alright. I'll drill to 2 holes first and then I'll tap them out after that. drill size is 11/64. Okay, I'll just put a spring-loaded centre in there. That'll help me get the tap square. Just take this tap wrench thing off. Put it in. Put a larger tap wrench on it now. Okay, we'll go back to the other hole and do the other hole. I just set the DRO to 0 on this one, just to make it easy to come back to. Okay, I'll take this out, clean it all down, and then we'll go and fit it to the bike, I think. Alright, let's see if this thing fits. It fits good. It ain't going anywhere. Okay, I'll stick this part on. This part here is the part that holds the GPS. I'm not sure which hole to put it in, but I'll start with that one. Give that a nip up later if it's right. Okay, I'm happy with that. That should melt now in the sun. Alright. If you made it this far with the video, thanks for watching, and on to the next job.